And then following the zygomatic, which is the smile lines. So out from the corner of the lips towards the ears. Circling around the auricularis oris, which is the circular muscle that forms around our eyes. When our eyes get tired at the end of the day, it can be really lovely to do that for yourself. It's got really lovely gentle clays and it's a base of cacao. And I'm going to mix that with their cream cleanser that we used at the beginning. And a little bit of honey to keep the clay active. With clay masks, when they dry, and you know when you try and move your face and it kind of cracks, it's stopped working and it's going to start to draw the hydration out from the skin. Lifting with a light fanning movement. You can also do some skin rolling here. This is really good for relieving tension. And then I'm going to follow with my gua sha. Just with really light pressure draining down. And the intraoral, we're really just trying to release any built up tension that can happen over time. And we want the pressure to be firm but never painful. I'm going to start with a really gentle cleanse. I'm going to use the Nini Organics Utopia Cream Cleanser. And this is just going to remove any makeup or SPF that you have on from the day. I think it smells like vanilla. Beautiful. And then for our second cleanse, I'm going to use the Skin and Tonic Calm Clean. And this is a balm cleanser. And this one has a really beautiful earthy scent. Is there anything in particular you want to do today, my love?
I'm happy to leave up to you.
Happy to go with the flow. Okay, amazing.
Yeah, for once, like my breakouts actually aren't too angry.
Yeah, they're really chill. It's looking very calm. So I was thinking maybe we don't need to do high frequency.
Cool, yeah.
And we could do lots of massage, maybe a nice mask actually.
Oh, yeah.
And then massage, some gua sha, maybe some intraoral. Do you like that?
Oh, yeah, I love Intraoral.
That one's really nice. Fabulous. Let's do that. That sounds like
you.
a good plan. I'm going to use a really gentle chemical exfoliant. So this is a PHA by Skin and Tonic called Fresh Face. And as your breakouts are almost completely gone, we don't need to go anything heavier. And this one smells like orange blossom, which is really nice. And just so gentle, so it doesn't strip the skin at all. Just really helps support your skin strength. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to mix us up a lovely mask. I think I'm going to do the Nini Organics Natura, which is a powder mask. It's got really lovely gentle clays and it's a base of cacao. So it smells kind of chocolatey, which is really nice. And I'm going to mix that with their cream cleanser that we used at the beginning. And a little bit of honey to keep the clay active. And it's also really antibacterial. You get to feel like a witch making a potion.
I was literally just going to say that. So creepy.
Like all the concoctions. I mean, just getting in the Halloween spirit, you know.
The lotions and potions.
Yeah. It's fun because you get to be creative.
Yeah, I love the idea that you mix it with the cleanser and stuff.
Just creates like a completely different texture. And then it goes on the skin really smoothly. And then just stays wet and active, which is what we want, because with clay masks, when they dry and you know when you try and move your face and it kind of cracks, it's stopped working and it's going to start to draw the hydration out from the skin, which is not what we want. So by keeping it wet, it's going to stay active on the skin and work a lot better. Though I did used to like it when my clay masks would dry and you get that feeling. There we go. It's really lovely to spend some time doing work over the decolletage and the neck before we do the facial massage, just so we can drain down with our lymphatic drainage. It opens everything up for us. Many of us hold so much tension here, especially if we work at a desk all day. It definitely builds up over time. Beautiful. So we're going to use the elixir all over oil for our facial massage. This is a really lovely light hydrating oil. It doesn't clog the pores at all and just gives us a lovely slip for everything that we're going to do. So I'm going to start by going up the SEM. So this is the sternocleidomastoid, and this runs from collarbone all the way to behind the ears. And I'm just really stretching this muscle. So I'm just moving back with my body to get some strength so we can really stretch out the neck. And then I'm going to follow and same move up onto the platysma. And this is like a flat sheet muscle that follows from our collarbone all the way to up just below the top lip. And this area is really lovely to focus on because the masseter muscles here, and this can get really tense. When people clench their teeth, which we all do subconsciously now, I think. And then just draining out along the jaw towards the ears. And then following the zygomatic, which is the smile lines. So out from the corner of the lips towards the ears. Hopefully these muscles get a lot of work during the day, so we need to stretch them out. And to open the face. Just really relaxing. Just gently lifting where lines might form in the future. Hooking in under the zygomatic arch. Just gently pulsing. Circling around the auricularis oris, which is a circular muscle that forms around our eyes. When our eyes get tired at the end of the day, it can be really lovely to do that. for yourself. Circling on the third eye. And 1,000 hands across frontalis. Stretching out the corrugators will help stop forming the 11th lines forming in between our brows. And also we hold so much tension here. And as I come to work on the side, I can follow the platysma up onto the face again. I just have more space to work. Draining down the jaw. And lifting with a light fanning movement. Can also do some skin rolling here. This is really good for relieving tension. And again, scooping under the zygomatic. And then I'm going to follow with my gua sha. Just with really light pressure draining down. Keeping the stone as flat to the skin surface as possible. Just gently wiggling when we get to the ear before we drain. Again, hooking under the zygomatic arch. And I can press and hold here. This is really lovely if you ever have a cold and you want to relieve any sinus pressure. Working under the eye and over the corrugators. the other side. So following platysma up onto the face. Lovely big effleurage movements. Warming up the area that I'm going to be working on. Draining down from the jaw. Creating that gentle stretch down the neck. Following Risorius. Under zygomatic arch. And around the eye. Gentle fanning movement stimulating blood circulation to the surface. Our blood is how our nutrients get to the skin, so this is super important. And then really gentle skin rolling. A tiny bit more oil because we need more slip for the gua sha. And this just allows the stone to glide and allows us to control our pressure, which we want to be really light. We're working on the lymph and that's super close to the surface, so we don't need to press hard. I've also swapped hands because I want to always be pulling rather than pushing. So I'm pulling out towards the ear rather than pushing. Using as much surface area of the tool as I can. Just gently gliding out towards the ear. A little wiggle and then down the neck. Working under the eye. And over the corrugators. Bring you gently back to center. And then do some really gentle drainage before we start the intraoral. I'm going to add a tiny bit more oil. Amazing. If you could open your mouth for me, please, my love. Thank you so much. And close. And if you just try and relax. And the intraoral, we're really just trying to release any built up tension that can happen over time. So sometimes we clench when we're stressed, or even when we're asleep and it's completely subconscious. And we want the pressure to be firm but never painful. I've really found with my own jaw tension that can be really helpful when you're going to sleep, to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and that just puts your jaw into a relaxed position. Or the other one is to imagine your jaw is floating in water, suspended, and that can be really helpful just to get into that relaxed position and melt away any tension. Whenever I'm working with a firmer pressure, it's nice to go slowly and you have lots of control. And gently switch over to the other side. Perfect, thank you, my love. some gentle effleurage to finish. It can be really nice to ground. I'm going to remove that oil with our last set of warm mitts. I'm going to finish off with some lovely night cream so that you're all ready for bed. I'm going to do the Hackles Eco Marine Cream, which helps with skin repair. Perfect, my love, and if you could take a lovely big deep breath in for me and out. There we go, my love, that's us all done for today.
Thank you so much.
No worries.